Meet Kevin Rivas, an 18-year-old D1 fullback on the road to dominate the football world. Raised from Hartford, Connecticut, he absorbed the passion and became obsessed with the game. He began on the second team for his club, but is now playing D1 at the University of Rhode Island. In this video, we will learn about the importance of a strong mindset, discover how La Liga influenced Kevin's personality, and find out what it actually takes to get recruited.
What was life like growing up for you?
My family doesn't come from a soccer background in terms of playing. My mom didn't play soccer. My dad played semi-pro basketball in South America, a team called Don Bosco. So I actually grew up watching a lot of basketball. My dad's always been a Barca fan his whole life, so him and my brother. My childhood was just playing soccer in the recreational leagues.
So how was club soccer versus high school soccer, your experience with both?
The playing level is a lot different. Playing club soccer, you're playing at a higher level, you're playing against tougher competition. The pressure to perform is a lot higher, and it can become stressful at times. In club soccer, that's really where you get recruited from, but nonetheless, it's still fun. And high school soccer, it's just for fun. You represent your school, your town. There's a lot of really good players in high school soccer that don't even play clubs. It's just, it's not as serious, and it's just a good time.
So what do you think are the steps that led you to become a college athlete?
It's just about staying consistent, discipline. You just have to want it, you can't have other people wanting it for you. You have to want it. I knew that I had the ability to play Division I soccer, so I wanted to go for it. It's just about having that discipline and that mindset.
How have you always been in the same position your entire career so far?
It's fun. I think I've literally played every position other than goalie. When I first started playing soccer, I started off as a striker / winger, so I was more of an attacking player. Once I got to club, I dropped back to midfield, center mid. But I'd say around 13, 14 is when I started playing outside back, and I've been there ever since, and I love it.
What has been the biggest challenge or struggle so far? I know you had a sprained ankle, whether it was mentally, physically.
In the last regular season game of my senior season, I took a hit to the knee. It didn't tear anything or anything, I just strained my MCL, but it was a huge blow because it was against our crosstown rivals. It was a huge game in front of pretty much the whole town. It was the last game of my senior season. I had to miss states. It's hard to come back physically. But I'd say coming back mentally from injuries is harder than coming back physically, just because there's a mental hurdle you have to get over. You come back in the field after getting injured, and you don't want to get injured again, you're a little hesitant, but you got to do it.
I saw you wear the number 5 on your jersey quite a lot. Does that number mean anything to you?
Puyol from Barca, he was the number 5 for them. That definitely has something to do with it. But it's weird because I'm a Barca fan, but my favorite player is Sergio Ramos. I just love his attitude, he's got that Brexit mentality, you know what I mean? Yeah, and he plays for the badge, and I love that. I love that passion that he has. Whenever I play, I try to have that same passion and have that same mentality as him. In high school, I always wanted to be the number 4, but I never got it. So I chose 5 because of Puyol.
Do you have any regrets with or without soccer?
Honestly, no. I feel like you shouldn't live your life with regrets. I found that sounds so cliche, but regret won't change anything. You can't change the past. Just live in the present. In terms of soccer, I got to where I am, for a reason. I'm pretty happy with where I am at the moment.
Do you like FIFA at all, or what are the things outside of soccer that you do for fun? I saw that you're interested in Rocket League at all.
Video games is definitely a huge one. Sometimes I play a little bit too much. I used to be a huge Rocket League fan. Recently I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty. I used to play a little bit of FIFA. I never was super into it. I like playing with friends and stuff. I've broken too many controllers, I love video games, man. I play video games a lot. I like bowling a lot. I go bowling a lot with my friends. I have my own ball and everything.
Oh, really? Yeah. Sick. What weight do you use?
It's a 15-pound ball.
Okay.
Yeah, 15-pound ball.
All right, so you're serious about it. Okay.
Yeah.
You said you're 5 days a week with the club. It was FSA?
Well, I started my club career in FSA. I was always on the second team. We had a first team and a second team. I was always on the second team. I came to a point where I was like, nah, I'm tired of being on the second team, Then I went to Oakwood. At the time, it was called DA Academy League. They had a huge part of my development for sure. My game improved a lot while I was there. My brother was there too. We were only there for 2 seasons. And then we went back to FSA. I tried out, and then I finally made the first team. Yeah, I've been there ever since.
How was your training schedule? Was it a lot of individual, a lot of gym stuff, a lot of team sessions? How was it organized?
Obviously a lot of team training. I'd say most of it is consistent in team training. In terms of individual training, I started seriously training individually, I'd say going to high school. When I was little, I would go to the field, kick the ball around with my brother, or shoot on the net or something. I wouldn't actually train, but as you get older, it definitely becomes more important. So
how do you describe your play style in one word?
Passionate. I always try to play for the badge. I try to exert that passion, to the rest of the team. I captain my high school team, and I captain my club team as well. Even if we're not playing well, just give the guys confidence, make them feel as passionate as me. That was always the goal. Yeah.
How has COVID impacted soccer for you?
I don't think it affected me as much as it affected other people, luckily. In terms of soccer, really the only thing, playing with masks. We weren't allowed to have spectators. But outside of soccer, school, online school, it was tough. A lot of people struggle a lot with it, so yeah.
So as a defender or an attacker, how do you approach 1v1 situations?
Defending, it depends on the type of player I'm going against. If it's super fast winger, I tend to hold off a little bit more because, you know, if you overcommit, he's just going to blow right past you. So I tend to give him a little bit more respect, you know, hold off, keep him in front of me as long as I can. When the time is right, make the tackle. In terms of attacking, just go with speed. A big mistake I see a lot of players make is, you know, they try to be super fancy and do all these, you know, fancy tricks in these 1v1 situations. It's not necessary at all. You just got to attack the player with defender with speed. One or two little moves, one or two little body feints, quick change of direction. That's all you need.
What's the most important skill for a defender?
I'd say patience. As a defender, you know, making tackles is super fun. Hitting that nice slide tackle, it's the best feeling. But sometimes even myself, you know, we get a little bit too excited and we overcommit when we don't need to, and then we get beat and we put ourselves in danger and we put the team in danger. So I'd say just patience. I'd say patience is the biggest skill for a defender, and just, you know, playing safe.
Okay,
yeah.
I like that. Was there any scary moments or fears you've had to deal with?
No, not really. Not really for me. I feel like I've always been like super confident. Going into something new, I remember going from middle school to high school, you're a little bit intimidated, you know, playing with older guys. I mean, I wouldn't say I get necessarily intimidated, but, you know, it's a wake-up call, you know, but you just gotta tackle like anything else.
Was there anything that you've learned so far that like surprised you that you didn't think you would learn?
I mentioned like the mental side of the game earlier. When you're younger, all you do is play. You know, you don't think about it. You just go out on the field, have fun, and, you know, just play. But as you get older, like I said, you know, there's more distractions. You know, pressure to perform is higher. I learned that the mental side is just as, if not more important than everything else in terms of playing soccer. The mental side of the game is huge.
Your Instagram is Lucho, right? And that means fought in Spanish. What does it mean?
Lucho is a nickname that in South America to people named Luis, and it comes after Luis Diaz from Liverpool.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so, and he's Colombian, and a lot of people, this started like 2 years ago. 2 years ago, everyone was saying, oh, like, you look like Luis Diaz, you look like Luis Diaz. So everyone started calling me Lucho. It just kind of stuck. Everyone calls me Lucho just because they think I look like him, or because we play similar positions. I don't know. I don't think I look like him, but I could see some resemblance, but it kind of just stuck, you know.
Any superstitions on a game day, or like how do you prepare for a match?
Yeah, I definitely do have a game day routine, and it usually starts a few hours before the match. I just try to clear my head. To be honest, it sounds weird, but I try to not even think about soccer, and that's just what works for me. I know like some people, you know, they have to be locked in, you know, thinking about the game and stuff like that. For me, I found that doesn't work. I feel like that just like gets me in my own head and puts I put more pressure on myself. So for me, I literally just try to clear my head. When I get to the field, I just play, you know. I always step on the field with my right foot first. That's just me. I know like a lot of players do stuff like that, like right foot first or left foot first. So I always step on the field with my right foot first just because I'm a righty, and I don't know, it's just maybe a superstition that, you know, that magic right foot, you know.
What's the future after college?
The goal is definitely to try to go professional in soccer, yeah. That's something I've wanted to do since, you know, I was a little kid. The dream's still there, you know.
What's your best piece of advice if you were to give a younger version of yourself or a different player?
Just play, just enjoy it, you know. They call it a beautiful game for a reason. You know, you're young, you got nothing to worry about. Just go out and play soccer. Don't worry about losing, winning. Our careers are this short, you know. Soccer players, like, you don't get to play soccer for forever. So especially at that age, just enjoy it and have fun, you know.
A massive thank you to Kevin, as I wish you the best in your college career. And please drop a like on this video, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to share his story. But if you want to see how this D1 coach manages at the collegiate level, then watch this.